What's up, guys? I'm fucking back. Oh, okay. Nothing went to plan. Absolutely nothing. I'm totally fucked, but whatever. Catch everyone up as I keep playing, but for now, I'm gonna do an epic chair stream and food stream as people come in, and then I'll join a game. On the bright side, though, this apple is fucking amazing. Alright, give me like 5 minutes. Be right back. Gonna get some stuff. Dude. Alright, I'm back. Epic chair stream. What's up, Cotter? Oh, yeah, dude, I stream mad early now. You're gonna go watch football? It is a big day for it. Oh, crap. Yeah, I mean, I gotta stream early now. I can't stream at night because then it'll fuck my sleep schedule up. And then when I screw up my sleep schedule, I just fuck up everything else. Oh boy, we're gonna have a hard time getting games today. Fuck. I mean, even today I woke up super late. I think Cotter left. Oh, jeez. Oh, this new coffee is so good. So damn good. Alright, let me just set up my window. Okay. Should be good. I think my game volume's a little too loud. One v one. I'm not in the mood for 1v1. I don't have any decks for 1v1 left anymore. I have a bunch of bullshit decks. Oh my god, this coffee. So damn chocolatey. See if we can find something here though. Noobs only, no Russian. Wow. I don't think hell in a very small place is good. Democracy versus communism. I mean, is every game fucking destruction only? Alright, let's make one. 3 versus 3 is the fun one. I don't remember any of these fucking maps. Oh, this would be crazy. 3v3 Highway to Seoul? That's fucking cool. Might be a little too much though. What's going on here? Snake Pits, no good. Crossroads, oh, that's even worse. 38th Perpendicular? This is cool. Is this too much for people? I think people freak out when they play a 3v3 on a 3v3 map. They usually prefer a 2v2 map, like they always step down. So a 2v2, they want a 1v1 map. Oh, Cho's fucking terrible. Hop and Glory, I think, is too imbalanced for people. Let's do Paddy Field. That's a good map. This is always good. We can do 3,000 points. Maybe 4,000? People like 4,000? I want to do 3,000. Let's do 4,000. Medium's good. Time limit, we'll do 50. View profile, 45, 53, 52, 61, 33. Let's kick this guy. Falconer's good. Generally speaking, when someone joins, give him like a minute to kind of register that he's on a decent team. Otherwise, they'll panic quit. Yo, what's up, Omner? How's it going, man? Yeah, I totally fucked up my schedule today, though. Passed out. I fucking passed out. So, no workouts were completed. Absolutely zero workouts. But on the bright side, let's see, I'll put my tank here. Let's go with an FOB. I'm gonna bring my logistics infantry. I'm gonna get Panzer Grenadiers. Let's get like 3 of them. I want recon, so let's bring a Patu Tiger. I'm gonna play super aggressive with Hilo spam. Let's get 3 of these bows. I'm gonna spread them out and hit whatever I can. 2 Leopard 2A4s. I want a Gepard. No, let's do an automatic and an EOTS IHawk. I think the IHawk's good because of the amount of shit that's coming in. We don't need the Lynxes right away. I might bring a Fernspire. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a Fernspire. Fernspire will go on the far flank as my recon. What's up, Chris? And let's get 2 Yagare 90s as recon. So this deck isn't really good. It's more of a fun deck that I'm bringing in. Every team game I play is a fun deck. And what I mean by that is, if I think a unit is cool, I get extras. Long range SAMs. I will have jeez, okay. India's a shit show because I tend to over invest. At some point I have to usually this is a stalemate and then I should be helping here later, but I'll figure that out later. Man, Germany is so fucking cool in this game. Martyr 2s are fucking awesome. What are you guys doing? That was the weirdest fucking... That's a bug. Oh, that's a pathing bug. Alright, so he doesn't need help. I'm going straight for Echo. So you can go here, the Dornier drops it off. Pull it back. Go here. Pull the Dornier back. That's an Akula. Take the Akula out! Free fucking money right here. This is gonna be huge. Nice stun. Oh, I didn't kill it. Fuck. Can we get the Akula? Oh my god, the Akula got away. Get over here, let's get some ATGMs. Need a lot of ATGMs here. Friendspark can move up. We got these Martyr 2s to unload. Move up. Let's bring the Panzer Grenadiers in. I'm gonna leave one in the town. Bring the EOTSI off here. These guys can split up. The trucks back. One Jaeger can move in, and this guy can take this building. That went pretty well. Let's get a Kyler on the far left. And then I'm gonna start helping out over here with Dragonaires. And let's get a Milan in here. Martyr 2s, Leopard 2s, let's go here. I'll keep the Martyr 2s back. And lead with the Panzer Grens. Do I have a flank? Ooh, nice, that's a T-80 UM. Does he see me? He sees me, okay. What kind of AAA did he bring? Where's my automatic? I should try to hit that. I kind of want to get smokes. So these guys, I don't think they can make it here safely. Alright, looks like he's pulling back. Alright, that's good. Very good. We're doing really fucking well. I didn't realize how badly we're losing on points. We're doing really well on location though. Oh, that's why. Juliet. I think I was supposed to CV Juliet. Fuck, that was a huge blunder. Let's get this guy over here after. Where the fuck is my CV? If we lose, I'm gonna laugh. Because we're doing really well, because I think they've spent too many points on CVs. So they don't really have anything, and that's why we're doing so well, but at the same time, we lost everything else. Point-wise, we might lose this. This will be the funniest loss. Alright, so I want Kyler to go all the way here. And let's get another Dornier. This is so stressful. I mean, we have 45 minutes and we have all the locations, so we should be okay. But this is a huge fuck up. Like a huge fuck up. I'm gonna keep a Gepard here. Just in case. It's hard to pay attention to the chat too when you're... Okay, at some point I need to attack here. I probably should attack now. I don't know what this dude has. Let's get like 2 live guard in. I'm just gonna stage fuck it. I should have shot those smokes. See if I can get this Kyler over here and move these guys further. Do I have my bows back? Sweet. he's gonna drop this off. I'm gonna move them into that forest line. You guys could drop him off. I need to help out over here, but I don't know what the fuck to bring. Let's get Gephards there. And maybe I could beat that Akula with him. And he could probably do some more. What the fuck just happened? Is it this? Yeah, it is. Did he get one of my guys? No. The number 2's covering him. Okay, let's get everyone in. So I don't want Lift Guardian, I want Dragonairs. Uh-oh. Oh, the MiG sees me? Fuck! I got rid of the truck and I know he has recon there now, but I don't know where. It's probably right here. I'm gonna just keep shooting him. Let's get a Gephard here. Actually move the Odo. And I'm gonna get... Let's move the EOTS. Let's get these guys into this building. And let's cover with these trucks. Oh, nice, we caught him. So if I run these Dragonairs into this building... Oh, there's a Tunguska there! Oh jeez, that was close. Alright, turn it on! Oh, the EOTS is so fucking good. Let's get this in here. If I could get these Milan in here. I think we got this. Well, let's wait for them to come in. I'm gonna pull these Martyr 2s back. Those ATGMs should make short work of these tanks. I did lose a fucking tank there though. I kinda wanted to bring a better tank. I'm gonna bring a 285 and then I'll bring the CV tank so I could try to work on this a bit. Turn off the Yodo. So I'm gonna keep these Dragonairs back. Move these back. I want them to kill this, but I think they'll miss. They'll take care of it. Oh no! Fuck! Okay, you know what? Let's bring these two. They're probably gonna die though. I should get more AAA here. I could totally bring an auto. Or I could get an IHawk. Let's do an IHawk. Line it up with IHawk. I don't think my guy really needs me to do anything crazy right now. Okay, they're attacking here. I had all these guys here set up to attack this forest line, but I don't think they're gonna make it. I'll screen it. Let's see if I can get anything in there. If I find that these guys get shredded, then I'll pull back. But I have a feeling this UM was here. And they... Yo, what's up, Banamore? How's it going, man? They don't have much anti-air here either, but we're starting to lose it. Oh. So, pulling back. I think that's a UM, a T-80. Yep, there's the two Bs. Now, B is killable. So I'm gonna get this 2A5 right over here. I'm gonna try to snipe these tanks. I could use some recon though. So where's my Hot 2? And let's get a 2A4. And I'm just gonna keep bothering them here. I think my teammate will be fine. Is he not in range? So I'll just play support in this area and just provide all these IHawks. Did I just lose my fucking... No. I think I'm losing shit here. Gaming's going pretty good, man. My schedule was fucked up. I slept through my whole day, but on the bright side, everything else is going well. Like, I'm winning in this game. That's a good way to kind of come back, you know? Oh, nice. I'm gonna be sniping these tanks. Oh, never mind. I think I spooked them too soon. Nice hit. Is that a finish? Nope. So, it's not terrible. I wish I had heavier artillery sooner. Let's do this. I'm gonna smoke off this corridor and then get all this infantry through. I need a AAA. Let's bring an Odo to get right over here. And we have all these Martyr 2s to help me. I got a Leopard 2 CV that I'm gonna use. He's got a CV coming in. Come on, give me one. So I gotta keep smoking this off. I'm gonna bring this Patu back. Yeah, I feel restored, but I wish I didn't fail on my workout, but I think I'm being too hard on myself, so worry about that later. Okay, now I'm gonna smoke off this sector and this. I need tanks here. This is bad. This is really bad. So I'm gonna bring this back even more. This is really bad. Okay. Let's see if I can inch in. Let's bring the Martyr 2 up, the Live Guard and Dragoners. These Martyr 2s can cover from here. I'm gonna have the Leopard 2A4 take this far side, and I'm gonna continue to smoke off this sector. If these Live Guarding can make it inside that, I'll be so good. Same with the Panzergrens. Let's move this Martyr 2 up. So if I can take this, this should be the safe side. Alright, this Panzer. Good. Good, good, good. He won't. Oh shit. See, where the fuck was my Odo? Maybe Fallschirmjägers? I'm doing alright. We can. I think we can take this. Really? You got detracked? Fuck. No, don't go that way. Drop them off, pull back. Nice. That is a good kill shot for someone. I don't know who. Probably the 2A5. Oh shit, we're losing Lima? How the fuck are we losing Lima? No! How is that not? Okay, get Martyr 2 on the far side. And where's my Leopard 2? Let's get this in here. And this should pressure them to come this way. I'm gonna get the ECR, snipe some shit here. Oh fuck, this Martyr 2's gone. Oh my god, this got owned. Oh fuck, we gotta fall back. I'm really trusting him to handle this because I want to keep pushing here. Let's get these guys to unload. I want to just send all these Fallschirmjägers into this forest line. Lure him right into these Fallschirmjägers, which will snipe these tanks, but I lost my fucking vehicle. Do I have my 2A5? Alright, good. I didn't lose him yet. Fortunately, I lost all these tanks. I wish I had something for that tank. I'm kind of wasting resources here. Alright, whatever. They put some pressure here now. What's going on? So we have Hotel, but we don't have Lima? Wow, that was a failed attack. That was a miserably failed attack. So we have two CV guys here. I'm gonna let him hold that. I'm gonna move my guy up. Move these guys here. Let's get a Kyler and 2x2, and I'm gonna get 2 Live Garden. Maybe I could retake it with that. Wow, how did he get that? Because I turned this off, that's why. Fuck. Oh, this is frustrating me. And this is out of ammo. What happened to my ammo? Oh, it's not good. You know what? You go over there. Okay, I'm gonna move him back. Because I have a feeling he will think that I moved it forward more. And let's start getting some heavy already in. I'm gonna get another EOTS. I'm gonna turn this Odo on. Did I lose the EOTS here? No. Arm it. Oh, he's got recon. Nice, nice shot. Alright, I'm gonna move this thing now. Over here, hopefully he doesn't see that transition. Get the 2A5 over here. Good, this guy's starting to miss because he thinks I'm still here causing the problem. Wow, so he's retarded. Why would you hit this? Why are you so... Why do you think that I would stay there? Because I moved it thinking he would think I would move here, but then he just keeps hitting the same spot. That's really rude. Right. Good. Now I could get the Kyler on this side. We're still winning. We got this game. I'm going to keep this infantry in this back forest. That way he thinks if he bombs it, I'll still have some guys left over. Who's getting RD'd? This group? Fuck, they're gone. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm getting attacked. This Milan group is a fucking god. That was such a stupid sack. I just gave him so much shit, and I didn't even mark his fucking AA locations there. Oh well. Alright, whatever. It got the attack to go back. I'm happy. Let's get some Dragoners to pad that location. I need some ammo back on these guys. Let's pull you back. I have some heavy already now. If I can get one more, I'll have some decent coverage. Let's pull him back. Yo, what's up, Panish? It's going pretty good. I didn't get my workout in today, but that's alright. I'm winning in this game, and that's all that matters. We are wrapping this one up. There's Nakula. Do we have some bows? Oh, he's coming for these. Fall back! Oh, he's got... No, that Patu is gonna lose. Yeah, I fucking love this game too, man. And I think they give every country its justice, you know? Like, they do justice to every country. I fucking suck this game. Wow. Wow, look at my awesome stats. It's because of my conquest points. I put too many points there. It was funny because most of my damage was done in the beginning. I played pretty heavy support, but I forget what my line of thought was, but I think this game does like every country justice. I think that was what I was getting at. Like every country that's in this game is super cool. And at the same time, they do make America and USSR like the core like competitive countries, but at the same time, if you just play team games, like, man, this shit's so fun. And then you could zoom in, pretty fucking hardcore. The deck building's awesome, it's a ton of fun. I make a ton of shitty decks, but, you know, I have fun with it, I don't really care. Was there anything that was particularly useless? I always find these bombers to suck ass. But are there Tomb Kings? Yeah, there's no Tomb Kings, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I'll play later, though. Why did I go with this F-16 Block 15 and not the F-4F? I'm pretty sure the F-4F is better. In every way. Like, literally in every way. Yeah, that was really stupid of me. Oh, I think I went with it because I wanted 2 elites. But this is 2 veterans, and that's perfectly fine. So, for 10% accuracy, and this gets better infrared, which is probably not useful, but then it's faster. I get worse ECM though. I'm pretty sure getting a vet is pretty easy to elite. We do need more zoom-ins. Because most of the time you're just looking at the boxes, but I think if you play the game enough, you don't imagine the boxes moving towards each other. I'm like, what I'm picturing is like everyone fighting inside at like the highest Battlefield 5 graphics level. That's what I'm imagining when I play this game. It looks nothing like that up close, but it looks enough like it to allow me to trick myself into thinking it's super cool. I could drop the Tornado IDS for... Alright, so let's take the F4F. I mean, this is cheaper though, too. I like F16s. But this is a prototype, so I'm gonna go with the F4F. Let's drop the F16, let's bring the F4F. Oh, that's rookies. We don't want rookies, we want vets. And then I'm thinking of dropping this guy. I'm so sad. The ECR is nice, but those Bucks fucking own this thing. And you only get one, so if you fuck up, I think that's why I loaded up 2. That makes sense. It makes sense why I loaded up 2 here. But then, by loading up 2, I'm giving up Napalm. But whatever. So let's take a look at this and the Draken. So we get the same bomb. And then the Tornado is better. And it's cheaper. And it comes with fucking... Yeah, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh, this comes with 2 more bombs. More bombs is always better than less bombs. I think that was my reasoning for this. I was like, more bombs always. But then, I don't know, this Lenjet doesn't get the best. I mean, KWS is pretty fucking good for anti-air. I don't think I need this, like, fighter bomber type thing. But 4 bombs is enough, I think. I should probably go with this. It's faster, too. Than the Draken. It says F-35 Draken, but it's not like the epic F-35s we have today. What a liar. This has exceptional air detection, too. So turn radius is 400, stealth 4. This has way more fuel, but then this thing can fly longer. As if I need that. I'm gonna stick with the Draken. But then this is pretty good. Like, I could get this. I'm gonna stick. Fuck it. Let's try. At the end of the day, I end up with only the F16 MLU, which is amazing. It's literally, this thing is a monster, but that's the only thing I really take away from that deck. And then do I want to go with 2 of the Tornado ECRs, or should I try to get... Yeah, I don't even have a Peace Rhine, but then that's because of this guy. Do they get Napalm? It's only this shitty Napalm. This literally looks like a fly. And I feel like people use these things really well, but I always suck at using them, so I never bring them. Oh, here we go. Starfighter has 4, and I could bring like 9,000 of these, right? I could get 3. That's not bad. Maybe I should bring a Starfighter. Let's try that. Let's drop this. Pop a Starfighter. God, I love this tank. It's so fucking cool. I wish they let me have more. I just want to play a game where this is all I play with. Alright, that was good. I really like my infantry deck. It's probably overkill on some of these things, like these Panzergrens. Do I really need the Martyr 2? But this is what I mean by, like, this is my fun deck. German people know how to mechanize, so we have to give them the Martyr 2. Okay, let's go. Funny game. Funny game. I like funny games. Wait, but the dude Lebowski is a lot cooler. Are they gonna be friendly here, or are they gonna give me 2 uber noobs? Look how stacked this shit is. This guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this 1985 deck. And he's an epic 7%er. I think I have to leave this one. Okay, yeah, we gotta leave this one. This is, yeah, this is insanity. I don't know why they are okaying that one. I'd rather lose to these guys, but I don't get to play my cool blue 4. Let's look at some Rev 4 decks. Oh, I really like unnoobified this deck. I made it less fun, but I had to because I don't think it's really competitive. I think this was just, I gotta delete this. Why can't I delete it? Oh, while in the lobby. So you can make a deck, you just can't delete it. That's funny. I think this was the more fun deck. Yeah, because the T72B is not a fun tank. Or it's more fun than a fucking T72A, which is what I think you're supposed to bring if you want to do 1v1s. Yeah, this is like the more 1v1 deck. Because you get a BI as your medium level tank, and then the A as your main tank. And you'll never build this BU, but you bring it because why the fuck not? And I don't think I have any like BMP3s. Yeah, the best thing I bring is a Gru in the BTR 90, which is amazing and probably overkill, but it is what it is. Yeah, so if I wanted to compete, it's probably something along these lines. I don't know why, what was my reasoning for this? This is the BMP 1D. What was I thinking? Oops, oops. I think I changed the deck, let me see. This is an old deck. I don't remember anything. Oh right, Gornos. I think Patton told me to make this one. He said to bring Gornos. And they're really fucking good. But I really don't see the point. Oh, I think it's because this thing has 12 AP power. And this just has. But then why not just bring... Like, why don't I have anything for... Oh, I get it. I don't have Conquer's M because I have Gornos. And then Iglas... I'm surprised I don't have Iglas. But maybe it's because it's the 2-man unit, and so it's probably not as useful. I think that's what it was. And then I always go with the Tunguska, which is fucking a god. Dude, we're not gonna get a game going. I think people just see this team stack and they know that it's a pre-made group. So then they don't want to join it. I think I'll host another one then. Alright, let's host another one. What did I say last time? 3v3 balanced. Yay. This is my previous. I think I'm gonna raise the Conquest to 750. Because that ended kind of short. Like, it could have gone back and forth for another like 10-15 minutes. Hop and Glory. I don't know why people stop playing this. I think it's really imbalanced or something. I think that's the reasoning. Or people just don't like it, I don't know why. This is a horrible map. I really like this map too, but for some reason people don't play it. Jungle Law, this is another classic. We could play Jungle Law. Let's do Jungle Law. I'm gonna stick to Landjet, because this is a cool ass deck. Or I could play Commonwealth. Yeah, none of these decks are optimized at all. They're all just asshole decks. I just have cool shit. I don't think I've ever played Scandinavia. I just made this and I was like, alright, fuck this. They're really good though. When the automatic first came out, this thing was so fucking OP. Yeah, that's usually the go-to. People don't like to play 3v3s on a 3v3 map. Like I think the reasoning behind it is like they kind of freak out over how much territory needs to be controlled. And I personally disagree. I like that Warhammer 2 mentality I have, where it's like if there's a huge map, I want to use the whole fucking map. And I think that adds to the challenge of deciding what to cover. But the problem with 3v3 maps on a team game like this, especially if you don't have a good group of people, like a pre-made group of people, is it ends up not being a team game. It ends up being like 3 1v1 games going on at the same time. And so by doing a 3v3 on a 2v2, it kind of forces people to start congesting and working together. Otherwise, you'll never see the other teammate ever again. A lot of times, if it's just a bunch of randos. So this is usually the go-to. It's starting to hit 4 PM though, so I'm hitting the latter end of people playing. And no one's joining, I'm surprised. No one likes Jungle Law. Armor decks only? Wow. I don't think I'm gonna get a game going. Oh, these guys got a guy. They're playing Nuclear Winter on 4v4. Did I do something wrong? Guys, join my game. It's the cool game. Is my title too gay? They're like, no, this is a war game. You gotta sound cool. Alright, let's take a look at other maps then. Apocalypse Imminent? No, this is a horrible map. Gunboat's fun, although this is always a disaster. I hate playing this side, because this side is, you don't really play it, but if someone decides to attack it, you're fucked. Because I'll never pay attention to the alerts. Maybe this Russian guy knows what game to play. Or are people looking for 4v4s? They might be looking for 4v4s. Oh wow, he has 6 out of 8? I might rejoin. Alright, well, you know what? This is why I brought a ton of laundry. We're doing laundry stream now. Not to bore you guys, but I'll keep trying to look for shit. So it's tactically... Oh, what the fuck? Alright, I could do this. Fuck, it's bloody rich. I fucking hate this map. Now, am I considered super inappropriate for folding underwear on stream? Am I seducing people to get donations? Is that considered bad? versus reptiles versus chaos? Nice, man. Good luck, dude. Who are you? Are you the reptiles, Benamor? Are you the dinos? Alright, we got a game going. This is awesome. I'll play Eastern Bloc. I used to play a ton of Red Dragons, Blue Dragons, because I thought they were the coolest, more interesting factions to play. You don't see a lot of games where, especially RTS, there's already so few on modern militaries, but on top of that, you rarely see China in Korea. So I used to be like the only faction I played. It was so unfamiliar with it. But now I played him so much. Dude, we got 2 fucking Israelis. Oh, you're the lizards. Alright. Alright, you destroy that chaos scum. Panish feels violated by my laundry folding. Okay, looks like... So they're double teaming right. I think that's the usual... There's like a super 100% existing meta on this map, and it's like... The guy that goes... The 2 guys always go here, because this is an infantry duel. This is literally the tank smoke duel, and then this is hee. Okay. I'm playing Eastern Bloc, so I don't know what countries these are, but East Germany is part of it. I'd be happy if they didn't... The only problem with Rev 4 is everyone is Russian pretty much with their vehicles. So it ends up getting kinda stale in terms of tanks. I mean, really, the tanks have different stats, so I shouldn't be complaining, but... It certainly feels that way. Okay, I'm gonna go... Let's do the Cub or Floss. I'm gonna bring both. So I'm gonna bring Floss FL, I'm gonna get a Cub. Recon will be this dude, and let's get... I'm gonna help out with 2 Sokols. And let's get the tank. If I do 2 Modernas, this is the classic move. I should do it. 2 Modernas, and you got 2 Tunches. Oh, these guys are all CVing this shit? Alright, in that case. Fuck, this is where it gets really annoying, because now I have to undo the Modernas to recruit the tank here. How do you guys CV all this so fast? So Kebab's doing this, he is here. I'm gonna CV this then. And let's undo this guy. And get my Modernas back. I'm gonna fuck this up. I never do this Moderna thing. It's like not... It never exists in a 1v1, but... on these team games, they always do it because it's so good to do. Ah, fuck. I need to populate this forest. And I'm out of points. I could drop the Sokols, but I'd rather keep them. I'm gonna go with a single Commandosi. I'm gonna be an asshole in this game. I barely play Fedor as with the double tank thing. I think I've done that double tank smoke thing like once. Once I tried it and I didn't enjoy it. But that's probably because I don't like games where you're mainly controlling like 2 or 3 guys, which is usually what this stuff is. I'd rather like spread out all my resources. So whenever I play a game like this, it's like I have a hard time. Turn those weapons off. Alright, so we'll turn off the radar for this one, but I want to keep his radar on. He can go over here. Maybe over here. And these Sokols are gonna just kind of swoop in, and if he needs help, I'll help him. Modernas, you gotta do this. These guys. Alright, now that I have some more. Oh, is that a hit? Yeah, we got a hit! Damn, he brought 2 F-16s? Holy shit. Conquers them. Oh, what is this? Just infantry? So these... Alright, if he has those 2 already... Oh, he's bringing a Cuffet. Let me help him. What else do we have? Do I see any tanks? That looks like the Israeli tank. I think it's really good too. Oh, he lost. Oh, that's a lot of shit. Ooh, no, I lost something. I'm gonna bring him back. Land him. I'm bringing a shit ton of Conquers now. Oh, there we go. Kava. So I'm gonna smoke these guys out. He got the better hit, but now he has... Okay, I think this is all wasted. So I'm gonna bring these guys back. I kind of lost that initial hit. So I need more of these things to come out and party with me. Did we get the Vigan? Nope. I need a shit ton of Cubs. Let's get these vehicles in position. Did he hit me with that? No. supply trucks. Holy shit, they're taking forever. Let's get more mortars or heavy artillery. I'm gonna save up for Ndavas. Or I should get a T-55. I'm gonna get a T-55. I think he's investing too much here, but that's just my opinion. I'm gonna bring this guy back. Good, I got his recon though. And I need my own recon back. I think oh, okay, he's still alive. That's good. He's probably the one that spotted that from my Moderna. Alright, my Modernas are ready. Let's smoke him in. This is what I really dislike about this. It's like everything depends on these Modernas, and if I fuck this up and I lose them, it's pretty much done for me. And because this map is super laney, I can't really do much outside on the other areas. Because I don't know what they're doing anymore. It all depends on like how well I play with these Modernas. Oh, is he counter barraging? No, he's just missing. Now this is where it gets super spooky. If I fuck this up. Oshkosh, I gotta kill this. Alright, I have enough points for 2 Ndavas now. Oh, this Kurnos is gonna come kill me. Shit! Turn on the radar! Woo! This is why I fucking hate this. Everything that could have ended me right there. That could have ended me. Nobody deserves to go through that stress. Nobody fucking needs to go through it. That was designed for nobody to deal with. What the fuck? That was ridiculous. Okay. Now I gotta fucking turn these cubs off, or I gotta bring 2 more so I could kill the anti-air that or the seed or whatever the fuck that shit's called. Oh my fucking god, that was stupid stress. Where's my fucking CV thing? Alright, let's go over here. This guy's bringing the 80Us. And he's got a UK, so I'll let him cap that. I'm gonna play my game here. There's the robates. If he tries to push this, that U should kill it. But so can my Modernas. Oh fuck! See how close that smoke was? That almost killed me. Oh, those Macravas are coming back. Maybe I can snipe it with TV guidance if I get 2 Sarias. But that could be a sack too. I gotta make sure this thing is ammoed up. Let's get another set. I gotta, you know what? No, you gotta stay here and make sure I have full health endurance first. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that was my recon. I need recon everywhere. This is where I wish I had recon tanks. Where's my Kolos? You know what? You guys will go and support these guys. Alright, we're doing great. I don't know what's here. I'm gonna assume he's being lazy. Let's group these tanks up. I'm gonna start loading up Jaguars along this forest line to deal with whatever's there. It's coming in. Nice. Let's move all you guys over to this side. Ooh, this guy shit here. Oh, that's a Merkava? Oh my god. Dude. Alright, let's get these Sarias. I'm gonna try to snipe them next time. Oh my god, I'm running out of ammo too though. I think this Moderna is gonna eat up everything and not gonna have full health either. I wish this guy... he's doing a lot, he's populating. I'm gonna get those two. And I'm gonna bring these two guys back when I get the chance. Go this one back up. Let's bring these Kolos back. I have one Undava. I think I just unhockeyd my fucking killer. Oh, he's coming in. Yeah, one more Merkava down. Are they out of ammo? Oh, I turned them off. Oops. What was that? Why did I turn that off? How did I do that? Oh, he's got two more. I'm gonna lose this fucking tank. Oh my god, detract! You protect this fucking tank like your life depended on it. Wow, that was a horrible timing. Horrible fucking timing. I'm gonna just have my Ondava keep them panicked. And let's get a shit ton of recon. And I'm gonna get... I want more tanks. But for now, I'm gonna do this. Let's see how this works. Please keep smoking this. He needs to escape. Holy shit. Holy shit, that was way too close. I'll move all of them here. Let's get another Ondava. So that's gonna be group 4. Is right side losing? Oh shit, you're right. That's not good. This guy's got 3 fucking Mercados. I don't have enough to take this on. I could bring a tactical bomber to help out with this. Actually, this isn't the... What is a tactical bomber? Is that like the B-52 or whatever? That thing that brings like 90 million bombs? Or is this... In any case, I'm gonna hit these bombs. This isn't as threatening as it looks because these are all militia infantry. Oh, he hates my fucking cup. I lost it. Now, Granada meds are the way to go. Keep it nice and cheap. Oh! Firing computer! This guy can't just chill with an ADU. He's gotta bring like a heavy fucking hitter. How much time do you have left? Alright, we got about like 30 seconds. We're gonna knife these fucking tanks. Oh. Come on, go get in there and fucking knife those tanks for me. Nope, it's not gonna work. That smoke is too good. If I can keep... Oh. Get him, get him, get him! Yeah, we got one! Oh, I lost both of them for it though. I don't think that was worth it. Yo, what's up, Mini Midas? How's it going, man? Fuck. Oh, Jesus. These Merkavas are so fucking good. Let's get some Cubs. And I'm gonna get a shit ton of bombers, and we're just gonna nuke these. These guys. Nice, nice snipe. I'll be able to bomb these Merkavas pretty hard. If they come in on time and I can hold the recon. They missed. Fuck. Fuck, that's so stupid. He needs my fucking tanks there. If we had a helo that could fuck up tanks, that's all we need. I don't know why they don't have one. Oh fuck. I can't help him there. I gotta make sure I cover my own shit. Oh, fuck. Where the fuck is this going? No, you stay here, let's bring this one up. I want this Jaguar alive. Nice. Nice. God, the Moderna is so fucking good. Sorry, I missed a ton of chat doing all that micro. The trade was 2 planes for like 1 Merkava. I just went through like a ton of Merkavas though just now. Oh my god, that was insane. Only fuel. No, don't give ammo, just give help. I gotta keep smoking these guys, they're almost dead. Oh my god, my Modernas are fucking dead. Oh no, they got this? Damn, I'm out of fucking ammo. This is the final stretch for my fucking shit. Wow, I just got two. I think we lost. Jesus, man. I want to try to do a Hail Mary here. Where the fuck is this CV? Wow, 4 Merkavas. How do they have so much? Do I have another FOB I could use? No, we're all out. Fuck, this is brutal. Wow, this is a crazy fucking game. Bring you up. Get that fucking Merkava. Yeah, we got it! This game is fucking awesome! This was the craziest fucking game we've ever played. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 Wilts. Let's get a shit ton of Jaguars. I'm gonna get, actually drop that Jaguar. Get me like 3 of you guys. I don't know how this Moderna survived. It's a fucking god. It's a lot of thanks to this M91 too, though. He helped me out a lot. This is huge. We might win. With 6 minutes left, we could totally win this. Unless one of them quits and then they bring like 10 more Merkavas. Alright, you know what? These Modernas are not long here. I'm gonna push this with my Modernas now. Let's bring these 2 helos in. This thing's out of ammo. This is so huge. Oh, he's got a BU here. We fucking got this. We fucking got this. What a fucking game. What a fucking game. This was so fun, man. This is the most fun I've had in fucking Wargame since getting it. Holy shit. I want to see my fucking kill ratios with these Modernas. Ooh, that didn't work out. But I needed that smoke cover. Oh, that's good. Those are 3 Commandosi that need to get into this fucking forest. Let's get these 3 over here. Man, these fucking guys got owned. Whew. Oh, he lost his fucking BU. No, we can't lose this point. Holy shit. Oh no, the fucking Napalm's coming in. I'm gonna pull these Commandosi back. I'm gonna see if I can get them into here. Let's get all these Wilks over. Oh no, he's gonna get these one probably. Alright, let's get through this. Jeez, man. Oh no, we lost our guy there? Fuck, no! We got a minute! No! Fucking get this point back. Oh, we should have had a backup CV there. What a fucking blunder. I don't think it's enough to have them match up, but I'm gonna do a super push. Let's see if we can stop them. We need some nasty recon there, though. I do not like that though. I have no more ammo though. Oh wow, they're gonna balance it back. Did we win? No, we didn't win. It's a draw. What a fucking game, man. What a fucking game. How much kills did I have? Wow, that was fun. That was so fun. Wow, that was so fun. Oh my god, that was so fun. Look at this. Let's wait. Let's prepare. Yeah, they have +2 in the end. If that game went on longer, we might have lost. Alright, let me prepare myself for what my Moderna's killed in this match. Because it's gonna be fucking awesome. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a look. Oh, that wasn't a lot. What a fucking letdown. Let's take a look at what it was, though. I don't know what a Zaklim is. I got 1 Merkava 3B. Rovates are really good. Beduins are pretty good, I'm pretty sure. We got M621. What the fuck is this? Bardelas, we got Merkava 2B. I think 2B is the actual tank. The 3B is like the infantry support tank. So it comes as like an infantry, like an IFV type. Zaklim, Bells, okay. This Flaw SFL, I know it killed a shit ton. Holy fuck. It got an F-16, 2 F-104. These are pretty shitty, the Starfighters. I think the F-5A Puff isn't that good either. It just melted like a million helicopters. But we got a Viggen. These guys got some serious kills. Any F-16 is a good kill. These Sarias were fucking priceless. I got 2 Merkavas with that. This Jaguar got a Rovate. This did really well too. Holy shit. Got all these. Conquers them. This Ondava got a fucking Merkava. Oh shit. I got a Merkava with my heavy arty. I mean, they had like a million Merkavas. And it's really hard to tell which one's which, because I don't know the difference between a 2A and a 2B. So like, is this a solid kill? And I got it with an IFV. Like, an infantry fighting vehicle got the Merkava 2A. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Where the fuck was this? Where was this? This one I saw. That was a sick kill. So as much as I hate doing 2-tank smoke micro, this was a good game. Like, really good, considering I strongly dislike that. Anna Fox is really good. Damn, this person got a ton of kills. Pretty much carried their team. Point-wise, anyways. Unless he was just beating the shit out of Kebab the whole time, but I don't think so. God, that was so fun. These Modernas are fucking godly. They're so cool. Let's go to the deck builder and appreciate how cool this thing is. I wish every game went like that. Look how cool this tank is. Look how fucking cool it is. It looks so fucking cool. We didn't even have Twardies, you know? Like, if it was Twardies instead of the Wilks, I think I would have really put the hate on them, but I had to get the Wilks because this deck starts to get a little non-competitive if I go Moderna, Twardy, Jaguar. Because then I start lacking. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. No. The Wilk is too cost effective to replace with a Twardy. And the Twardy is amazing, but why? If I get the Twardy and the Moderna, I'm always gonna get the Moderna because it's better. Alright, that was fun. That was fucking cool. I had a ton of fun. That's gonna be my last Wargame match of today. Holy crap, that was crazy. We had a good Landjic game that went very smoothly. And then it was followed by a pretty awesome Eastern Bloc game. So that was fucking awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. It's 5 p.m. Let me fill up on coffee. 5 p.m. is pretty late for coffee. So it's kind of a toss-up between playing the PS4 or going into Warhammer. But let me catch up on chat because I felt like hardcore behind. How'd that match go with the Lizardman versus Chaos Venomore? Did you end up winning that? Mini Midas? I can't play this game. I find it too hard and confusing. Oh, yeah, it's a hard game to understand initially. So we could go into like basics of it real quick right now if you're interested. I could show you guys pretty much the basics of getting started. And we could do that by like watching a replay. I think that's a good way to set it up. You know, if you guys are interested, we could do that. I'm gonna take a piss right now and get some coffee though. Be right back. Just let me know in chat if you guys want that. Alright, I'm back. You only got air-land battle? Oh, I see. So you're playing single player. Okay. I think Red Dragon's totally worth it. If you guys wanted to skip air-land battle and European escalation, it's totally worth it in my opinion. Just for the multiplayer. But yeah, let's go over it. Might as well. Give me a second. Let me load it up again. I always get super nervous whenever I have the window capture because it just shows everything and I'm like, oh, what if my personal information? Yo, what's up, McCrae? Welcome to the stream, man. So, as far as my background is concerned for this game, actually, before we do that, let me just go to this banner so you guys don't... It's probably safer. I need to get in the habit of doing this type of stuff. Because eventually, if I'm not careful, it'll totally bite me. Let's go to Wargame. I know, right? Leaked right there. Oh, shit. Alright, so we'll start with Deck Builder. And I'll kind of go through a really basic deck. I won't make one that's actually competitive. Because I like fun shit. But I'll kind of go through all the tabs of building one. And we could start with like... Well, let's start with Blue 4, because most people are from Blue 4 countries, and they really like playing their shit, so... I would say when you look at this, like, you normally don't go for a single country deck when you're starting off. The only single country deck that's viable competitively would be USA. Otherwise, stick with these coalition decks, which is like 2 countries. Yo, what's up, Acid 5? I'm feeling pretty fucking good, man. Just doing a quick Wargame setup for people who are interested in learning Red Dragon. So I'm gonna go through Deck Builder, and then we'll go watch that replay, and I'll show you guys how people are handling all the movement and controls. So, if you look at the coalition decks, they're more fun. USA is awesome. If you don't know what you're doing and you just want the best shit, you just go with USA. But otherwise, I really like Landjet because anything with Germany I find really fun. They just have like really interesting units in my opinion. Yo, McCray, thanks for the follow, dude. And so, Commonwealth is also good. Commonwealth lacks something, I forget what it is. They have really good tanks though. But let's go with Eurocore, because I think France and Germany covers a lot of cool people. So we'll go with this. The logistics is pretty much everything legit. They all make sense. So this game is like semi-simulator, so... And I think that's why I like it so much, is they try to keep to like real-world things. So you just go to the logistics deck, and you pretty much want... In order to play Capture the Flag in any of the games really, you need to have at least 2 of these command guys, and so when you put them in one of those boxes you see on the map, they'll capture points and they give you points to then get more points and then spend it on real infantry and tanks and to call things in. So generally I like to go with one of these guys in the helicopter and just go with the speed. If you find out that there's something like this AAS 565 Panther, this is surprisingly worth it. So even though it's really expensive, what you could do is you drop off the command unit in like a building. So infantry are really good for buildings. You put them in the building and they'll get huge defense bonuses in there. So something like this guy with the Panther, you go to the city, you drop him off, and then you use this helicopter to support infantry out in the field, especially in the beginning when they don't have like the heavy anti-air yet. You could pop one of these. So the only issue with that is I think you get, no, you don't get less. Just keep in mind that there's a limited number. So the top number is the actual infantry guy that you're allowed to have in your deck. So this will bring 3. And then the bottom one is the amount of vehicles that can be expendable. So this vehicle is available to a couple other infantry guys and it's saying, okay, you can only have 2 left. You could also get these vehicle ones. These are good for 1v1s, I would say. So usually you get the Humvee thing, the Iltis Kato. This would be more for 1v1s because it's cheap and everything in 1v1s is about having more shit as opposed to having, you know, the best shit. In team games, the best shit is affordable, so you just go for it and it's a lot of fun. So if I was, say, playing a 1v1, I might go with this and the infantry one. But when I'm doing team games, you can take a step up because there's so much heavy shit going on the field in team games. You just kind of want to have something that can handle artillery. And so the Leopard 2 command vehicle is amazing for that. It's kind of overkill though. Like most people would probably do this one, the Leopard 1. It's more than enough. But if you want to be like bringing cool shit in because you like cool shit, you could totally afford it in a team game. Just know it's not as competitive because you're doing that. So I think the Leopard 2 is better than most of the French tanks. France has a really good tank called the Leclerc, so we'll go to that later. And then the next thing you want to do is bring the FOB. So this is like, not like real life FOBs, this is just one, it's like a little building that places at the start and it'll have like a shit ton of ammo. So when your trucks run out of ammo, they go there to restock. Or you could bring actual units there. The only thing that can really do that efficiently though is like the helo and the actual ammo trucks. So if you want to be competitive, go with the ammo truck. But if you want something speedy, you could go for the helicopter one. I like this one personally. It brings more. It's pretty quick and it has a shit ton of health. So it won't die right away. But if I wanted to be competitive, I'd probably bring the truck because the helicopter is too easy to see and it's also really easy to kill. I wouldn't get any more than this because you want to save these activation points for other rows in the deck. The next one is the infantry tab. So usually the tabs that get maxed out is the infantry and support tab and the plane tab. Those are always maxed out. Recon is pretty close after that. So we're looking at the infantry tab. There's a ton of different kinds of infantry. The basics are the training. So if you look at the training down here, it says the better trained, the more damage and more accuracy. You could also, this training is different from this training. So this is veterancy, this is training. They stack. So if this guy is a regular infantry and you get hardened, the bonuses from hardened stack with their training, and then that stacks with all the stats that you see here. So just keep that in mind as to why things are getting more expensive. If you're playing team games, don't bother with shit from like 1975. Not really useful. That's more for 1v1s when you need more shit. So France has this amazing fucking dude that is the ATGM Milan F3. 26 AP power, so that usually kills tanks. That'll fucking grape them. When these things start shooting, generally speaking, you want to keep them in a building because they only come in 2 guys, so they'll die pretty quick. But they can zone off like huge amounts of area, but it might be a little too expensive, so you could afford to go down. If you go down, notice you get more guys. So like, let's say I wanted 6 of these, or I could get 6 hardened, and that might actually pay off. And this kind of veterancy, this can go up during a fight, but the training will never go up, so something to keep in mind. The vehicles that you bring most infantry in are the fastest ones you can get, and the cheapest depending. So like, there's a difference between these two though. So if you look at their speed, it's really good speed for the VAB. One comes with the autocannon, and then the other is just an M2 Browning. This 50 cal is really good though because it has the high suppression value, so like this is okay to bring. Like I could totally do this, as opposed to the autocannon that can get pretty expensive. Yeah, I love this game. I never played Stronghold, but this is a pretty fucking, this keeps me occupied as far as modern shooters go. So this would be fine for like, I usually just go for the more expensive one, and I'll bring them in the VAB. So 50 cal, it's not the most useful thing, but if you think about it, the ATGM is the tank killer, right? And then if they actually get hit and they need support, the VAB is good enough. You can kind of zone them. And another thing to think about is a lot of guys that start off, it's like too overwhelming to have all these infantry fighting vehicles plus the infantry plus everything else. So you'll see a lot of guys, like they go into a town, they drop off all the guys, and then they take all of these infantry fighting vehicles and APCs, and they just send them to die. Like, don't do that ever. Like, these guns are really good at zoning shit off. So, like, let's say you want to attack a town, don't drop off the guy within shooting range, and then just charge the vehicle in. The vehicle has, like, super long range. So if you look at the ground range, it's like about 1 kilometer. And then if you look at, say, the chasseur, which would be the basic infantry that you see, this has 40% accuracy and a range of 455. So the only way this thing would kill it is if you charge it in. So always keep your vehicles outside of that range. Like even the 1985 guys have 700 meters. So if your support vehicles are suppressing shit, you'd be pretty surprised at how much damage they can do. So like this guy out at like 1 kilometer might suppress this infantry long enough to actually kill it with weaker guys. Like militia can take on chasseurs if they have infantry support vehicles. So something to think about. So the next line is, I like to bring line infantry. So Germany's awesome because they get the fucking MG3 across like every single guy, and the MG3 is fucking amazing. I think they got nerfed a little bit because, like, not nerf, but other infantry got better LMGs. So, man, I haven't played Generals in like years, but that was a fun game. So yeah, like other infantry got better MGs, but so it's not as good as it used to be per se, but you could get Jaeger. They're usually the go-to because they have really good weapons and they're really cheap. Yeah, there is a limit of troops you can have, and it's dependent on the number. So I could bring up to like 3 Jaeger cards, and that would max it out. So what I like to do is have one of each type of, as far as basic infantry is concerned, and as far as like learning the game is concerned. You'll notice Panzer Grenadiers are shock infantry, and another cool thing about this game is because it's pretty simulator heavy, it kind of reflects, I guess, what's real life too. Like Panzer Grenadiers are usually, a lot of Germany's military is like supported by like insane IFVs and like a mechanized army. So Panzer Grenadiers have shock training, and then they come with sick weapons, particularly anti-tank weapons. Like 70% accuracy with 24 AP is insane. If you want to just have fun, I recommend just bringing Panzer Grenadiers, the 1990s version with the Martyr 2. It's totally overkill, but I love it. It's so cool. Like, I just think the Martyr 2 is awesome. It used to be even stronger. I think it had like a super high front armor value, which we should probably get into now. Oh, I missed it. No, I keep missing it. I don't think I can get it fast enough. No, alright, it's not gonna let me. I'll just kind of, I wish I could point that shit, but if you look at the picture at the bottom right, it'll show armor values. So, for example, if the Panzer Grenadier has like 24 AP, 24 minus 7 is 14, 24 minus 7, what is that? 17? It'll do 17 damage from the front to this Martyr 2, and then it has a strength of 10, so it would kill it in one hit. It's just basic math stuff, but keep that in mind. There's also things called kinetic energy, which I'll get into later, but I'll get into that with the tanks, but it's something to keep in mind, is the armor values actually matter. So like, the reason my Modernas never died, despite running into like all these anti-tank infantry tanks and everything else, is because it comes with like 21 front armor. So it's really fucking hard to kill, especially when you're popping smokes on it. But that kind of covers that. If you want to be more competitive, go with the Martyr 1s. It's a little cheaper, and it does more than enough damage. Generally speaking, the Martyr 2 will die to anything that kills a Martyr 1 anyways. Yeah, that's why the Eurocore deck is amazing, because you get the Tigers. So you can go with the Martyr 2 if you want to have more fun. Next you need like line infantry, so guys that can fight. So earlier we were looking at the Jaegers and the Chasseurs. You could pretty much pick either one. The Jaeger comes in the Fuchs Milan, which is super fast. So it has an off-road speed of 105 and then the road speed of 150. And the Milan F1 on the vehicle is actually pretty fucking good. So you could bring that for speed. If you wanted, I like the VABs more. And the Chasseur is really fucking good too. I don't know, I'd say just take your pick. Whichever one you think is cooler. I think right now it's pretty expensive. It was on Steam sale earlier. So like, unless there's a sale, it's always like 30 bucks. So I would just kind of wait for a sale. I think this game's worth it at like 10 or 15 just because of how old it is. I wouldn't pay more than that. But I'm usually on the cheaper end when it comes to games, so if 30 is nothing to you, then go for it. So for as far as basic line infantry is concerned, let's go with... I'm just kind of testing out what's the difference here. So VAB, this is Browning, or you can... let's get the autocannon. So that, you could probably get a better pick. The next one is Elite Infantry. So you could have Fallschirmjäger, which are like nasty as fuck. The Elite training gives them huge accuracy bonuses. So this says the better trained, the more damage they will deal with a given weapon. I think the damage is related to accuracy and not so much as like it's gonna do 2 damage versus 1. Someone can correct me on that. You'll be pretty surprised. You don't need to know too much of the mechanics because there's so many mechanics to learn. So, but like knowing less, you could still get pretty far on the ladder. But that might be because there's so few people that play it. But anyways, the elite training makes them move super fast, or it doesn't make them move fast, but you'll notice guys with elite training run a lot faster. That's actually really important. And then you can also pick between veteran elite or elite. I usually try to bring more guys. So either Fallschirmjäger or Commando Marines. Something to keep in mind, just because the stats on their weapons are worse, it doesn't mean that they're worse. So Commando Marines come in 15, and I like the 15 more than I like the 10. I'd rather have more guys with elite training than less guys with better weapons. So for me, Commando Marines and the VAB is not a bad choice. That's a personal preference. You guys, if you're from Germany and you're like, fuck France, then you get the Fallschirmjägers. Alright, for our last one, I would recommend, if you're new, to bring infrared infantry. So these are, I think the guys in game call it a manpad, so man-portable air defense. So if you want one of these guys, I would definitely recommend it for the start when you're deck building. If you see manpads that come in 5-man groups, go for that 100% of the time, because they die too quick otherwise. So the France's Mistral is perfect. Has really good accuracy, and just bring it in fast-moving vehicles. Again, I wouldn't go for the APC. It's not the extra 5 points. I'd rather just be able to bring it in faster and cheaper. So you could go with something like this. Oh, this CQC. Good question. So CQC means if you see something static, I think that's what stat stands for. So these guys, when they're in buildings, they can shoot it, but they can't fire it on the move. The CQC allows them to fire it on the move. I think in CQC, so if you see a bit like a building section, the way it works is like you garrison a building, but if both guys the enemy garrisons the building the same time you do, the color turns purple, and I don't know if when it's purple you're allowed to use your CQC if it's static. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to, and that's why these elite guys work extra well at attacking. So when you're usually attacking, I would recommend bringing guys that are shock training or above, but make sure you screen them with some of these regular guys, because you're going to lose a ton of guys trying to attack a town. It's really hard to attack it, and I'll show you guys in the replay how people, generally speaking, handle it. There's obviously different ways. You could bring a ton of regular guys and just wash out lower training or experienced infantry by just having more shit. But that's the gist of infantry, the infantry tab. You could go to the support tab now, and I always recommend maxing this out. It's usually pretty straightforward. I always recommend bringing a mortar, and I wouldn't bring any of these just because their range is so low and it's easy to lose them. I think this one's the best one, but have one mortar at least. Always have a mortar. I think the Caesar is their heavy artillery, so notice the range is insane. This is the one that usually chills in your base, and it does a shit ton of damage. So I do that. A lot of people instead like to bring one of these things, and I think that's up to preference. Personally, something like this wouldn't be very useful in a 1v1, and so that's why I've never really bought these things. The way these work is it shoots all 12 rounds, and then it has a huge cooldown, and then it shoots all 12 rounds again. And so, something to keep in mind. Do I ever take light infantry? Usually I don't. I probably could consider it, but in this particular deck, I wouldn't bring light infantry. I'm just making a basic one. I don't know what is light infantry anyways? There's other shit here, and it's totally worth it. Reservists might actually be worth it in some scenarios, but let's just kind of keep it basic for now. Hey, my Shootson's actually really good too as fodder. So we're in the support tab. So we have the 2 artillery pieces, right? I would say after that, bring 3 AAA if you're just kind of planning on depending on yourself. So this is more of a self-sufficient deck. I'll go into mechanized and stuff later. So always bring something that has radar, or don't always bring it, but it has longer range. So the nice thing about France is they get this thing called a Crotal, and it has really long range against helos. So this thing counters helicopters really well. It's guided, so it has to stand still, but that's most AA. So as far as like non-radar goes, I always bring the Crotal if I'm going with a Eurocore deck. The problem with Eurocore, I think, is that they don't get good radar anti-air. Or like long-range anti-air, so radar is usually longer range. So you don't really have a choice but to go with the Roland 3, I think. I don't know if there's a better one. Let me kind of look around, because it's been a while. What's the difference between these? This is FRR? This is faster in every way? Holy shit. But it has no armor? That's okay. I mean, this thing's not getting hit. It's not supposed to get hit. Unless I could bring more of these. No, I can't. I would go with the Roland 3. So, this would be my radar one. Usually the anti-air is longer, but that's kind of the problem with the Eurocore deck, is they don't get good radar. Something to keep in mind. The Crotal uses the Cyclos missiles, and it's not radar. So I don't have to turn this off if I see something that has suppression of enemy air defense, which I'll get into later. But there's a little bit of micro involved in that. This one is radar. So if I see something that tracks radar and then like homes in on it, I have to turn this off or it will die. Like this thing dies super quick. And again, the problem is it's got such short range against airplanes. It gets wrecked really quickly. It kind of compensates with a lot of rounds. We've brought the Mistral, so that's another good thing to make a point of. This thing is infrared, so this again won't get, and it's fire and forget, so that's why it's also good. But this thing is also good to make up for something that has suppression of enemy air defense. Kind of covers that. The Crotal, so again, the Crotal won't, you don't need to turn it off. The Roland you do, so that's why you always make sure you have both. They do complement each other really well. And then for my third one, I like to bring the Gepard. This type of stuff is really good for kind of washing out like a lot of AA. If you see it, just keep in mind, the Roland's kind of nice because it has a shitty stinger. It's actually pretty good for accuracy, but if you don't want to micro as much, you know, you could turn it off and leave this on. And then if you find out that they're not really bringing in a lot of seed airplanes, just turn this back on and just leave it on and you can kind of forget about it. So this is, I always bring it anyways. In the support tab there's a Mistral as well, so if you didn't want to bring the Gepard, maybe you could bring the Mistral, which is good. So if you didn't want to bring the, I'm already bringing the infantry one, so I'd rather not really bother with this, but I'm sure someone could argue otherwise. And again, it's really up to your playstyle, so I would look into it and see which one you prefer more. The guys on the Wargame forums, they like really know shit, so you could look into it, but it kind of gets overwhelming. So we're in the tank tab. I don't really like to bring more than 3. If you want to have fun in a team game, just do the Leopard 2A5 and then go straight to the France one. France gets a really sick tank called the Leclerc, and they're comparable. Personally, if I want to be competitive, I would bring the Leclerc. The Leclerc has 70 on the move, which is ridiculous. It's only 5% higher, but regardless, don't forget the 12 rate of fire. That's like it feels like a machine gun in the game. So I always go with the Leclerc if I have to choose. But if you want to party, bring them both. Bring them both and then bring a cheaper tank. Always have a cheaper tank. So between the 1A5 and the Kyler, I mean, you could bring the 1A5. I think if I wanted to be more competitive, I'd bring like the 1A4 even. No, I'd bring the 1A5. If I wanted to be more competitive, let's go with the Leclerc. So this would have like one super heavy to like match whatever super heavy they bring. And then go with something in the middle, so the 2A4 is great for that. And then you can go with like a Kyler as your cheap one. I like the Kyler because of the autocannon, but a lot of people don't like the Kyler. I don't remember why, but I like it. You could go with the 1A5 because it's nice and cheap. It's got a decent everything. So this would be like the tank you usually bring in a 1v1, but let's just say I want to have a party there. So I would go with this, the Leclerc, and then like a Kyler or something. probably unnecessary. That's probably bad for an actual match, but like I like to have fun. So we're in the recon tab now. So recon is super important in this game. Don't overlook it. Always have like one helo one, because the helo kind of gives you a full range of shit. Germany's nice because they come with the Patu Tiger. This thing is fucking amazing. It gets exceptional optics, so it's distance. I think the distance it can recon over is longer, the radius. And then on top of that, I think it sees shit. It's like more likely to see shit in a forest line or something. So, like, it kind of always bring it type of deal, because it comes with the infrared too, and it comes with the Seiklos missile, so it's a really good tank killer. I always think this is a no-brainer. I would say the VBL Mistral is a pretty good vehicle one, because it kind of doubles up. So if you didn't, let's say like you missed the Mistral here and you missed the Mistral in the infantry tab, you can actually kind of bring the recon one, which is really good. I don't know if I would do that all the time though. It's up to you. And make sure you bring a ton. So recon infantry also get the shock training. So I usually, if I see something that's like 10-man shock in the recon tab, I usually try to get a lot of them. So like something like this, to kind of make up for, let's say, like lack of infantry in the infantry tab or something. And then I always think having one of these exceptional stealth 2-man squads is really useful. So I would always get a Fernspar with the sniper rifles. I usually turn off all of these weapons and just hide them in a corner of the map. So if you see like a really high-ranging mountain, just sneak one of these guys in there. They're really hard to spot, especially if they're not shooting at anything. And they'll give you recon there forever. And the guys are usually like, what the fuck, how did you see all this shit? And they don't realize that one of these guys are kind of chilling in the forest. Otherwise, if you want to be more competitive, maybe you could drop this Mistral for like one of these light tank vehicle ones. I don't know if there's one that's here to toss up between these two. I feel like this one looks better stat-wise. Yeah, I like the... Oh, this is more of like a vehicle, and this one has a bit more armor. Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'd go with this thing. It's definitely worth having it in a 1v... Like, you'd be surprised if you look at the stats and you compare it to a Leclerc, you're like, well, this thing sucks, but in 1v1s you would never see something like a Leclerc, unless the guy, like, wants to do something very specific on that map, but... in any case, vehicle tab... I usually look at this last, but there's shit like the Mephisto that's really good. But it's like, I don't know. What faction gets really good vehicle stuff? This is also more of a 1v1 type of deal. Like these Flak Panzers, these are really good for base defense because it's cheap, so you kind of screen your HQ with that in a 1v1. But in team games, they get less useful. But keep that in mind, in a 1v1 where you have to cover a lot of shit by yourself, you'd be surprised at how valuable these cheap things are. If I have any memory of 1v1s, I would always get a ton of these things when I played Eurocore, and I would just screen my fucking base with it. And then you would see like some guy do like a Hail Mary with a helo spam near the end of the match or something if he's losing badly. And then he just kind of gets hosed down by all these like random ass ship vehicles that he can't really detect in the base until he flies over it. Yeah, so McRae will bring like the 2 Milan slots or something, and those are really fucking useful. It like screens a lot of shit. France is nice for the helo tab, but I usually deal with these after I bring all the planes I want, because we're starting to run out of activation points. Note that the further down we go and the more shit we bring, the more activation points it costs, so that's why I don't really do more than 3 tanks if I'm trying to cover everything on my own. So if you go to the plane tab, have one guy that's like air superiority, have one guy that's a tank killer, and have like a general bomber, and always have one that's suppression of enemy air defense. So for this deck, it's the Tornado ECR. I think France gets one. Well, every country has to get one, but I don't know what France is. I think it's the super... Oh. What is France? Does France get one? France definitely gets one. I don't think I've ever seen a country without it. Whoa, does France not get one? Oh, it does. The Jaguar A. So this thing is what I was referring to with the radar airplanes, or the radar thing. So this is called suppression of enemy air defenses. This anti-radiation missile will lock on enemy radar and be guided on them as long as they remain active. So if they turn it on, it's gonna die. This one in particular, I don't know if I would want this over the ECR. I usually just go with the ECR because it's got better accuracy, but if you lose an ECR, it's really depressing because you can only bring one of them. I think you could bring two, but then you take up so much of your air tag with it. You know, I would say if you're starting off, go with the Jaguar A. 4550 range is good enough, and you can bring two, and it's cheap, so you can kind of learn how to play it. And then as you get better, if you want, you could bring an ECR. The range is actually really important. You'll find out some radar AA can outrange and these things, and it'll fuck you up. But also note that there's ECM, so this reduces your chance of being hit. Air detection is really important. Speed is not as important, but it could help. So these are also worth looking at when comparing these two. But I don't know, I think the Jaguar is fine. I'm gonna bring this because I think it looks cooler. Fashion Souls. The next one is your Dogfighter. Let's pick a Dogfighter. I usually go with the F4F because you could bring two veterans and it has 40 ECM. The speed I don't think is that important when you bring one of these radar anti-air weapons because the range is so long on these. So usually that's a go-to if you're playing Eurocore. You could bring, if you want to go like cool and stuff, if you want to play with cool shit, bring the Rafale, because this looks cool as fuck. And it's like a 1991, so if you want to play with something that that's more modern, you could bring this and it's not a big deal at all. So that would be like if you want to have fun. I think napalm's really important in the beginning. Bring a Peace Rhine, because this is your anti-tank type of thing. Just keep in mind that these things they get killed a lot, so just keep that in mind. But they kill tanks really well. So that would be like my tank killer, and then you could have cluster bombs do AP power, and tanks don't have a lot of top armor, so something to think about as well. If you want to kill vehicles with it, you could bring this. I usually don't bring it. I like the Mirage 111C. This one's really fucking good for the 6 napalm things that you get. And then we kind of run out of points, so this is where I usually just go, alright, I'll bring 4, but I usually try to max out my air tab. So I guess we're missing like a bomber, but you'll find out that napalm does a lot of damage, and in my opinion, I usually lose shit like the Tornado IDS really quick, and I end up doing like no damage with this thing. So I'm more than happy with bringing the Mirage, because at least I can guarantee I'll wipe a zone out with napalm, but the bombs are like, they can get pretty RNG. So I'll stop there with them, and then I like to just bring both of these Tiger helicopters because they're so fucking good. So this one kills other helos really well, and it comes with an autocannon, and then this one can kill tanks really well. You'll find out America gets an Apache, and it's like insane. It'll kill everything, because instead of this being semi-active on the Apache, it's fire and forget. So when you get like 2 fire and forget rockets hit off, there's like no tank that survives. But you could wrap it up here. If you wanted to like drop, let's say, the Tiger Hop or something, you could bring a vehicle or something, and that's cool too. So that's like the general. Don't look at the naval tab. Don't believe Yugen when they're like, this game has navies. It doesn't have navies. Don't play with navies. So that's like the general deck building stuff. If we look at, I think it's options. The replays are in a really weird area. Yeah, it's in profile. So we can load this one up, and we'll see like how people play with their decks. So I didn't mention it, and I probably should have. Wargame has different decks, so I had a general deck, and I recommend playing that at the start. Don't play with mechanized or anything. But mechanized allows you to bring more infantry into the tab, and it gives them like experience bonuses. There's obviously the armored that does more tanks. When people are playing team games and they have like a coordinated group, you might actually have like a mechanized guy be dedicated to this spot, an armored guy be dedicated to this spot, and then a support guy in the back, and then like another mechanized or just a general deck cover this and provide cover for the whole thing. So that's, if you guys have a bunch of friends that you want to play this with, you could set it up like that and you'll do really well. But then I'm of the opinion that it starts to get stale because I only have one role and I like to have all roles. I think I'm a control freak. No bueno. Okay, so usually the meta for this is the guy that goes in the middle brings the two best tanks he can, smokes, he uses a mortar with smoke to give him cover, and he plays around the middle. This guy here garrisons this with infantry, puts recon in the mountains, and then these two just don't attack each other and instead they help here. And the reason that is because it's really fucking hard to attack these when you have a garrison town. And there's really no way for this guy to like rush and beat the guy that's going here. It's really hard, so that's usually the meta for this map. So let's see how this works. Who's bringing what? So you'll notice this guy's bringing a bunch of fast-moving vehicles. How come it's not showing the stats on these? Yeah, it's not letting me see. It might be because I'm not understanding something. But in any case, you'll see all these APCs. You can group them in groups of 4, and I would recommend that if you're going to hit a town, because it's a group of 4, you can get more guys in. If you separate them unit-wise, only one guy can occupy this town block that you see, the gray line surrounding it. So keep that in mind. And that's why they're grouping up like crazy. It makes sense for this area. This place can be a shit show. I'm really bad at playing there. So this guy's gonna bring... Essentially all of these are likely going to be dedicated here. So it's usually 2 guys here. Who's bringing the tanks? This guy had a Merkava. Yeah, so these are the 2 Merkavas he's bringing. So he's gonna do that and have this smoke thing provide cover. Whereas I'm doing the exact same thing for the Modernas and the Tancha providing the smoke cover. And yeah, that's about it. So let's speed it up and get this game going. So, speed is really important in the beginning. So you'll notice this guy is bringing the recon helo, but also like a ton of infrared, so that if this guy decides to rush here with a bunch of helicopters, you can punish them severely for it. Helicopters are obviously faster than all of these because they don't have to worry about terrain. Road speed is really important too. So all vehicles have road speed. So if you press the button F and then move them to this spot, like click on this spot, they'll use roads to get there, and it's a lot faster than just right clicking. If you just right click, then they just off-road all the way there and it'll take like 10 years. So keep that in mind too. In the beginning, everyone's F moving to these locations. So he zones this area out. You'll notice like all these infrared helos. He's got the really cheap grenade launcher helos to go ahead in case something like these Machbek kill him and he can't respond in time. So he sees those and he'll pull these back. I'm doing the same thing with the Sokols. But I guess we get faster movement here, or he's bringing slower vehicles. Oh yeah, he's bringing slower vehicles, so that's why he's not That's in my opinion, that's a mistake. You should always get the fastest vehicles in the beginning, and that's why this guy has the advantage right off the bat. Because now he can garrison these, and if infantry get hit in the tank, or in their IFV, they pretty much lose that squad in the IFV too. So this guy, in my opinion, is at a severe disadvantage, but I don't know what happens later on. So that's usually the meta here. Now this guy's bringing bombers because... Don't bring bombers like that right away, unless you are for certain that there's no anti-air. So yeah, see how this guy, he tried to bring some shit in, and it's really hard to hit a town if it's already garrisoned. I'm pretty sure you get like some kind of bonus for accuracy too, just because you're already not moving or anything. In a town like this also, it's hard to have... It's hard to bring your vehicles in efficiently, so what I would have done here is you see all these APCs like just on the roads. Immediately, as soon as you get them in the town, bring them back. So like they should be around this forest line here and here. Because now they would have cover there and then they could shoot. But right now they're not doing anything, and if this bombing run hits or something, it's just losing shit and it's doing no damage. Later on, if you need them, you could find out that they'll be good fodder for tanks when you bring your own tanks in. This guy is doing pretty decent, but he has no anti-air to deal with these freedom fighters. No legit anti-air anyways. This guy has the 2 MBTs. These are really good tanks, the SCRV 121s. And so you'll notice he's smoking them as well. I don't think this side's doing it. So at this point it's pretty self-explanatory. Don't waste too much on this left side as far as it's concerned. And it ends up being like the guy that covers here helps the guy in the middle, and the guy in the middle obviously plays in the middle, and then 2 guys are here. As the game keeps going on, make sure like this area is being reconned. Always have recon. This guy has the helo here and a rover, just in case someone tries to like, you know, sneak a helicopter in the back and kill shit. And this guy's being really smart with these helicopters by having them in like a holding pattern over this mountain. So if he brings this thing in, he sees all this shit and he's like, maybe I won't do it. But even if he, let's say, brings this helicopter in to like shoot these down, he's just wasting ammo. And you'll notice, I think he's bringing a little too much of these, but I don't know how much these things cost. Oh, they only cost 15. So yeah, remember earlier we were talking about the 15 shit? Like, this is what it's for. So he's just screening this area, and it's really hard to hit that, because the elevation means like, usually when a helicopter comes in, it's like this, and then it clears this, and then it's gonna get shot at. So even if it has like an ATGM on the helicopter, it can't use that range in a mountain like this. So this guy ran out of the ammo there, and I guess it's worth killing these, I don't know. I guess, what else can we talk about here? The forests. So forests have a huge bonus. You can't see inside them. You move slower with vehicles, but generally speaking, when you're playing these games, if you're out in the open, you better have smoke. If you don't have smoke, you're hugging a forest line. It's always the case. Like, don't have anything out here. It'll die. And so that's how all of these things work. If you're not in a town, be in a forest. If you're out in the open, have smoke. I think in the old war games, if you were in a forest, or if you popped smoke, like I'm popping smoke here, you could click attack ground and it would shoot through the smoke. In this one they nerfed that, so you're not allowed to do that. So smoke is really fucking powerful. So I'm kind of abusing it here. These Moderna can't be hit. If he brings like an airplane, if it doesn't have visual, it won't lock on. So that's why they're not really bringing those like ECM airplanes in, or the ATGM electro-optical shit. And we just keep doing this little micro. I would say 99% of the time, you don't really need to play it like this. This map has been overplayed to the point where there's like very specific things you have to do or you're gonna be in trouble. So this guy's trying to bring these electro-optical things in, and it's hard to hit my tanks with it when it's losing visuals. So now he gets hit by the anti-air that I have. I think they wasted a lot of aircraft trying to kill these Moderna. But they have insane stats. So the Moderna has 10 side, 21 front, 5 back, 4 top. The electro-optical, as long as the tank is facing that electro-optical, it has to kind of go down. So when it fires the missile, it'll hit either the front or side. It doesn't hit the top. The top is usually hit by like the artillery pieces that they get. So something like, not that HE matters, but I forget what that American one is. But it shoots this like, it shoots this anti-vehicle thing that comes down, it hits the top, but it does like 20 or 30 like armor damage, and it fucking rapes everything. So something like that would be something that would hit the top armor. But helicopters and other things hit front or side. So what happened here? Yeah, so this, it usually is a shit show like this in the town. There's infantry, like grenade launcher infantry, like Navy SEALs. They're really good for towns because they do like AoE damage in the town. Fallschirmjäger are okay, but they're more for anti-vehicle. But if you have like flamethrower infantry, I even find that they don't work well in this town. They're usually better in the forest. I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with like some property that anti-vehicle has, but it never works here. So unless you have like grenade launcher or something like a Spetsnaz that have like Legion, the Chinese one is really good too. They will sweep this town clean in like seconds, but just be careful, you don't get a lot of them. So generally speaking, a lot of people just bring this shit and they just keep pouring infantry in. It looks like these freedom fighters killed a ton of their infantry. That's probably what happened. Like, notice they don't have much radar anti-air. They turned this one off. Yeah, they're keeping them turned off. I guess they were dealing with something earlier that I didn't see. Another thing is, have these supply trucks in the back, and if you can salvage infantry, do it. Like 100% of the time. All it takes is like a right click, and maybe it'll take them like 3 years to get to your supply point, but do it, because it's totally worth like having that infantry come back later. This guy's trying to do it with these two pedophile trenches, but at this point they're starting to lose that position. It's so fucking loud in that town. But yeah, it looks like because of these two heavy tanks that the Scandinavian guy brought, they're like losing this really, really badly. And they don't really have a response for it. So yeah, don't charge the tanks in. Notice how they're like using this forest line to come around. I know he has smoke somewhere, so that's probably what he's gonna, if he hasn't done so already, he will. So right now he's grouping them together. Nice thing about grouping them together is it's hard to pinpoint one and focus fire on it. So when they're all full health, do that, but later on, just be careful with it. You can split them up. I think the split up button's like C, and then you click on the side or something. Yeah, just be careful. It's hard to control where each one goes if you group them, but you'll see me do that often with the Moderna. So like they're here, they're ready. So it's easier to manage. I pop smoke on them, and then later on I might have to split one up. So if I find out one gets hit really hard, I'll roll them back together, split them up, bring the full health one up front, and then bring the low health one. I might bring the low health one back in if it's an emergency, or I'll send them back, and then like you'll keep microing, and then you can keep pressure on that way. So we've essentially lost this. If you lose this town, it's fucking hard as shit to take back. If you're not napalming it constantly, like you want to have like tanks along this forest line to provide shots into the town. All APCs need to be alive, like you need artillery, like you need all this shit. So it's really important to take this town, and that's why you'll see later on they're able to attack this forest like over and over again. The Buratino is pretty good at doing that napalm thing, but it's really hard to take a town. And these Merkavas are like fucking amazing. How much does it cost? So it's 90 for 18 front armor, 15 damage. This is the infantry support one, but grenade launchers are amazing at killing shit. And then he's being supported by the 2 leopards in the back. I think that's a leopard. I don't know. This is weird. I'm really bad at playing this, but I don't think I did too poorly this game. And it looks like he has this forest line. I don't have this, and I always like to play from here because it's safer. Because this forest line's a little too close to that one, and it's really easy for them to occupy it. So I don't really like to put too much shit along here. Probably should have gotten some recon, but I mean, as long as I can keep this tank or some CV in the corner, I'm not too worried about losing it. So now this guy brought Spetsnaz in, and they have the napalm. So that 4 HE napalm is amazing, but I don't know how well it would do, considering there's all these tanks and vehicles that they have like really well. Notice how he's situating his guys on the edges of the town now, so that if they push it, these tanks can help without getting embedded in the middle. So these Spetsnaz should kill like everything in here very quickly. I don't know what's happening. Depends how fast they shoot that. So this is the purple thing I was talking. Oh, that's what happened. This thing killed those Spetsnaz. So you gotta watch out for this shit like that. That's what happens when you only have like one group of infantry in there without a bunch of other shit to like, you know, distract all that crap that's happening. Like he's got this cheap infantry, the militia infantry, so they might not do much as far as damage is concerned, but they do amazing for like soaking up damage from other guys and like making it really hard to focus fire on the more important things that are on the map. Watch out when you're in forests, because shit like getting detracked could happen. This is totally randomized, and if you get hit by this by moving in a forest, which can happen, it could end your game. So always have smokes ready. Like I always have a mortar team on a hotkey, and they're always moving. And another thing you always want to do is like do shift fire. So if I hold shift and I tell this guy to fire on here, after I do that click, I shift right click somewhere else, and then it's less micro. So like if they'll fire like a 5 or 6 round barrage and then move to where you shift click them, and always do that. So later on in like a more high level 1v1 game, you'll find out that like you can only fire like 2 or 3 rounds before you have to move them, because otherwise they'll counter barrage like instantly. As soon as they see 1 round come out, they're counter barraging it. So like just watch out for it. In team games, a lot of times you could get away with just you click barrage, right click somewhere else, and then forget about it. But have that mechanic like memorized, otherwise you will lose shit and it's really depressing. I don't know how to attack this. If I wanted to attack this, oh jeez, yeah, I'm having a hard time here. I don't know if it's cause was I getting teamed here, so I'm dealing with more shit. I don't think so. This helicopter guy was just soloing me the whole time. I don't know what happened. These guys didn't fight much, but I don't know where this guy was the whole game. What's his name? Is this Dave's Vault? No, Tactically Bubliat? Oh, okay. He was the first one? Is he anywhere else? I can just click it. Oh, okay, so he was providing air support throughout the match and like some of this stuff. So that's another way you can really help out is like if you're dedicated to this spot as far as defending goes, you can like support by bringing CVs, anti-air nets, and like aircraft like this stuff. And it's like you'll notice that's how this guy was able to just crush this area. So you'll notice another thing that we can mess with is recon. If you look at what this guy sees, he doesn't see shit along this forest, and that's why recon is so important. In reality, there's all this shit, right? Look at all these vehicles he doesn't see. So like, it's hard to like maintain it too. Recon usually gets sniped out like instantly, but generally speaking, what you want to do is you bring something like this recon unit, turn off their weapons, keep them like embedded here, and, just keep them all over the map. If you can afford it, obviously. Because otherwise, there's all this shit that you won't see, and not every unit can detect things decently. If you see something with medium optics, it's pretty decent at like fending off on its own. So that's why these Modernas are so good. Like I can send them in here pretty blindly. They have enough armor to take a hit, and then if something shoots at it, they'll just turn and kill it. But not everything has that kind of luxury. How good is the Merkava? It's really oh, it has 18 armor. This is why the Merkava is so insane. Because it has 18 front armor, it only costs 80. It comes with a Browning, and has a pretty decent gun. It's kind of like the IP Abrams. So like, notice he can't pinpoint where my Modernas are because of the smoke. And that's why they've been able to survive like every fight. I wish I could go backwards. I can only slow the game down, but you'll notice like with this smoke, if I have something that snipes vehicles, like these Saria with the TV guidance missiles, I can't click on them because of the smoke, so it's like super important. I don't have the Israeli deck. I never bought it. It sounds fun though. So like these Kurnos have the electro-opticals. He's able to see the target he's shooting at. See how he's able to click on it? And that's why it's homing in on that T90S. And the T90S is like the best tank that Red Dragon can bring. So he just lost the best tank he could bring in to that one anti-vehicle aircraft. Because he didn't have smoke covering it. Which, you know, I don't know what the reason was, but like maybe he lost the smoke guy or whatever, but it's really important that you do that. So this guy is using my own smoke that I put down to like micro in and out. So now you can't see that vehicle, you can't home in on it, you can't do anything to it other than fire artillery, which is what this guy did. But the artillery usually doesn't kill a heavy tank like the M91. This thing is that anti-radar, so you just saw it shoot out that Machbet, so that's why he immediately turned off the second one and smoked it. Like you'll see stuff like that guys do all the time. So as soon as they see that, they're like, oh shit. The reality is, like, if you want to play it like really competitively, this should always be off, and then you only turn it on when you see it. So like when you see it and it starts banking and turning, that's when you turn it on. But it's really hard to do that. So a lot of people will see it, they lose one, and they're like, alright, time to turn it off. It sucks. It really sucks losing shit like that. Because a lot of times, if you don't micro it properly, you have it off, the airplane does its bombing run and it flies away, and you're like, oh, I should turn it on now. And it's like, oh fuck, it got away like a year ago. That's depressing as fuck. And so these things are really important for that too, because they're not radar. They don't have good range, but it's good enough. So like if I flew an airplane through here, it would die. There's enough here to do damage to it. And he doesn't have to micro it or anything. And then if a infantry unit comes, it outranges infantry, so it would kill it too. 20mm are amazing for that. You'll notice fuel is another thing to keep in mind. Fuel and ammo. So you'll notice even some guys Like, we have FOBs here, and each guy usually brings his own. But sometimes it's worth bringing, like, 4 like, bringing an extra FOB. So, like, maybe your 4th player has 2. Because if you look at us now, like, we're running out of ammo, like, big time. Shit like the Smirch, which is really good. It does, Cluster. Cluster is the anti-vehicle rocket. And it's not as good as the American one, but the Smirch is still amazing. But this thing eats through FOBs like crazy. Like it'll... So if you bring a Smirch, it might be bad-mannered if you only bring one FOB. Because a lot of times you'll see guys that are like, yo, let me play support. He'll bring all this artillery, and then he'll be at each one of everyone's FOB is like eating all his ammo, and he's like, yo man, like where'd all the ammo go? Like later on you bring your vehicle over, and you need ammo badly for your tank, but then this guy's like, oh sorry man, I used it all on my fucking Smirch. And it's like, oh, why didn't you bring 2 FOBs then? So maybe this guy, he brings 2 FOBs, because he doesn't do much fighting in this town, so he doesn't have to worry about it as much. So maybe if he does like, if he's the type to bring Smirches, he always has 2 FOBs, and that's another reason why this map can get really awkward, because there's such a hard existing meta for it. So here's the SC-27, that's a dogfighter. I think he killed something with it just now, but yeah, he should generally speaking bring extra artillery, or extra FOBs, because we're running out of ammo like really badly right now. Let's see if I get anything with this suppression of enemy air defense. It should spot one, so there you go, it spotted one, and it's really long range, so it's getting shot at, but yeah, I lost it. I don't know if I lost it to a dogfighter though, yeah. The F-16 AM is a really good dogfighter. Or air superiority fighter. I don't know what the stats are on this. So that has really long range. He can keep it in his base and kill other aircraft. So really good shit, man. Kind of running out of things to say. I'm really surprised they... no, I don't think they ever lost this town. I'm pretty sure, like, once you capture this, you're never losing it. Because they're popping smokes, they even put tanks in the town, they're like, fuck you. They're kinda lacking, maybe, ATGMs. This is a good time to bring ATGM infantry in. Because then you put them on border, and then they can shoot shit. Oh, this is a shit tank. I thought it was a heavy tank. The Cubs are amazing. So, the Cub might be radar, but it has like 4,550 meter airplane range. Ridiculous accuracy. So, like throughout the entire game, I just left them on. It's just... I mean, they weren't playing well with their suppression of enemy air defense either, but when you have something like a Cub, it's hard to kill. I think America gets the Patriot, and that has like longer range than any suppression of enemy air defense. And it loses everything. So I turned on this radar because I wasn't seeing any of their shit, and I think I turned it off after this. It's also running really low on ammo. So there's the napalm. Napalm does damage to everything. I got really unlucky and I got detracked in that forest again. But if I'm popping smoke on it, I don't have to worry too much because the Moderna is such a heavy tank, it doesn't die to napalm that fast. But there's also like status on the tanks as well, so you'll see that they're panicked. When a unit is panicked, it doesn't hit well. So like its accuracy goes down significantly, and that's why you'll see like despite the 65% plus elite bonuses, things aren't dying as fast as you would imagine them to. Because of most of the time when the fighting hits, everyone's panicked, so their veterancy is super important. I think my Moderna are like, you'll see the 3 chevrons on them, so I think that means hardened. So they can handle being panicked pretty decently, but not enough. This guy is trying to clear out this forest with Spetsnaz. So you'll notice all these Panzerskites, they're regular infantry, they're taking damage. Spetsnaz don't kill vehicles well, so they were able to kill that pretty quickly. So this is where these shit tanks prove to be really useful. He's not like investing anything crazy in here, but if he runs into Spetsnaz, these things will kill it without taking damage. I don't remember what we did. So there's suppression of enemy air defense again. This thing killed a lot, man. Like, oh my god. So if you want to attack something like this, generally speaking, you need to like have a wall of smoke here so that no one in the town can help. And you don't want to smoke too close to their forest line. You want to, if I wanted to hit like this town and I had a tank here that was bothering me, I want to like smoke here, because otherwise he'll use that tank like I'm using these Moderna in the smoke. So make sure you don't give them that opportunity. But like you want to smoke this off, and like this guy put napalm down for me. Now I'm using Commandosi, which are the elite infantry, to take the town. You'll find out SMGs, which Commandosi have, are really good for close quarters fighting. They're not as good as Spetsnaz with the napalm rocket, but they usually do the job pretty well. This would be, these guys are like the Commando Marines France gets. They have very similar stats. You'll notice their rocket's useless, but it's okay. He doesn't have crazy tanks here. And you'll notice these tanks, despite the fact that these rockets are really shitty, they'll get side hits. And since they're stunned and panicked, they're not able to really hit things well. And so now I'm getting a side shot from this infantry to kill that tank. And stuff like that happens a lot. If you can plan it, all the better. Notice this guy also turned off the weapons for this command unit, and it's sitting out here in the open, and we haven't been able to spot it, we haven't been able to kill it, and it's infantry of all of them, so infantry's good at hiding, but normally it dies like instantly, but because like we can't really attack here, nothing's happened. They're able to hold this whole point with all, like very few dangerous things, they're still holding it with no problems. Because I'm too scared to attack, because I don't have any recon in this area. Like, I don't see shit. I'm like, where the fuck are they? Oh, probably should have had a ton of recon. Should have had more. Could have easily, like, nudged a little bit with a recon helo, see if I could catch anything out here, but it looks super scary when you don't see anything, but believe it or not, like, we could have just hit this area super hard. They have nothing in this town. I usually put, like, Milans in here, and that's pretty threatening, but they didn't even have those, so. Recon's really important in this game. It's like one of the first things you should learn is, like, how to manage recon effectively. And it's kind of like a cool little quip on real life too. You'll find out a lot of like our elite infantry and armies do a lot of reconnaissance work. Like I think Rangers do all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of cool to read about. If you're into the military stuff. So near the end of the game, it's really hard to kill their aircraft, so he evac'd these way too early, but what you want to do is just leave them here in your base, flying circles, and then when their aircraft come, they just kind of shoot them down. And you'll find out that's when their time of flight is really important, because they need to be in the air often. Otherwise they'll lose shit. Or like, the longer they can stay out there, the longer you hold that air defense. So shit like the Big N and stuff can't come in and bomb your shit all the time. So notice, I know this forest is dangerous, so I smoke over here so he can't pop in and out and hit me. And I go here to try and attack this. I kind of did that because I was is we were running out of time and I wanted to get some points in, so kind of do a Hail Mary. I realized he doesn't have helo defense, so these guys are going in, killing quite a bit. And then finally, this reserve shoots and spots it, but like, notice how long it's taking. I don't see it yet. I literally did not see something this close, because he's not shooting me. And I don't have any recon here. Like, there's Gru here, but they need to be like here to spot that. So, like, shit that you need alive, just turn their weapons off, and it'll be really hard to spot. I think the reserve shoots and spot them when they're in the forest together. Like, it's... I would say if I had like a recon tank, like those light tanks we were looking at earlier in the deck build, that would be really useful to have in this type of scenario. Because he would have spotted it, but right now, it took me reserve shoots to get in melee range to like fucking spot this thing. So another important thing is, notice he's not putting these line infantry on the border of the town. You want to wait until like an actual attack is, you like recon an attack coming in, because otherwise they'll just start shooting shit and then revealing their location for tanks to kill them. I think he's just sacking these because he wants to get recon on me. But this is like what I mean by, I don't think this is ever a good idea. Like, even if you think like, I'm never gonna use him. The MG gives you like 55 suppression. Maybe if you do a serious attack, you keep him in the back. So like, if I wanted to, let's say, move this Merkava in and I know there's a shit ton of infantry here and I'm preparing for a serious attack, you could smoke the back of their base and then kind of like keep the helicopters in the back, and then if they spot infantry, they could shoot the machine gun. So it's like, I don't ever think that's a good idea. I mean, I'll do it. Even I'll do it every once in a while. I'm like, fuck, what's there? Let's just sack shit. But if it has a gun on it, just keep it alive. It's worth trying to use the gun. And you don't really do anything. You might think like, oh, well, see, like he had to waste all this ammo, and now that ammo isn't really useful. But if they're playing it properly, we have these Kolos here. You lost this unit that could have screened for a more expensive helicopter, and now you don't have anything, and we're ammoed up again. So it's never worth it to just sack units that you think are invaluable, or not valuable. Because, believe it or not, if those helos were here, and they found out we have nothing, whereas right now they might think we have mad shit, they would have lost. Or they would have won. They would have just crushed this entire area. Or they might have won. I don't know. And same thing here, you know, if I was smart enough and I could bring some better recon into this location and this location and this location. I wish this guy had this forest. Like, I wish he made an effort to take this, because he would have had a good recon location. So that's another thing worth thinking about, is like, yeah, it's important to take this point, but to take this, like, or let's actually use this as a better example. So like, this point, Foxtrot is really important. Like, if we take Foxtrot, you essentially win the game. But it might be worth it to capture this area, just this forest, because see how he's using this recon and now he can see a lot more shit. Like, he can be a lot more confident that there's nothing here, there's nothing here. Like, he sees the buck here because he's got recon here. So it's like a ton of information that's valuable, so you might want to make a point of capturing this before you try to attack this location. Like, invest a lot of resources capturing here. So always, like, at the beginning of a map, see if you can kind of look at spots that you could put recon in and make a point of putting recon there. And if he stops you from doing it, maybe you should maybe that's an important place to focus the fighting in, instead of just, you know, these capture locations that are on the map. Like, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get that stealth 2-man recon unit and I'll put him right here. So like, he can't get shot from that side, but he'll see this location pretty decently. Just from this angle, he's pretty safe. Like, a 2-man recon unit might be able to let me know what's coming in from here to take this forest line. And because of their exceptional stealth, they won't be seen except by something that's up here. But this guy shouldn't be here. I wonder where he put the CV next time. Oh, he put a tank CV in the forest. So there's no killing that. Oh yeah, they put like a shit ton of CVs back. Man, I really wish I put like another CV here or something. We were so close to winning this. I think we would have won if the points stayed like this. I think that's enough to count as a victory. But yeah, that pretty much wraps us up. So hopefully that kind of gives a decent background for playing this game. I love it though. I think once you get the mechanics like decently, it's like, I've been playing this and it's an old ass game and I can still keep playing it. Like, I have so much fun playing it. Oh, there's another thing with artillery that makes recon even more important. It's like this thing called corrected shot. So you'll notice sometimes the radius, it decreases on the artillery. That means the recon sees that location so they could correct the shot better. Firing computer reset, that's another thing that happens when you're hit. There's a chance for that to happen. I think it makes it so your accuracy is shit. If not, they nerfed it. They nerfed the amount of damage it does to you, which is a lot of damage. That was a really good run with these SU-27. Notice he pulled it back, but he didn't evac that damage one, and he just went in for another run. That was smart. But okay, that wraps it up. That was fun. Alright, so hopefully that kind of gets you guys, if you're interested in giving this game another shot. But okay, it's 6:30. I don't know what to do. We have like 17 people here just for Wargame. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what to stream next. I don't know. Let's do this. I kind of want to make some dinner, and I don't want to die. So, I'm gonna take... Yeah, maybe... I think I'll play Total War after, for the second half of my streaming day. But, let me go prepare dinner. Give me like an hour, hour and a half to kind of figure out what I want to make for dinner and start preparing it. I might have to stop by the grocery store, so... I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean my room a bit more because it's getting really dirty. And we'll come back and stream Total War. So, everyone that's here for Wargame, hopefully you guys learned something. Or you found out that I suck at it. Maybe that's what it is. And you can get better than me. Alright, so... yeah. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. So come back if you guys want to see Warhammer. I'm playing Total War Warhammer, and I'm on the Tomb Kings campaign. So, Benamore, thanks for coming in, man. And I'll be back later, alright guys? Have a good night. Or if you're leaving, have a good night. See you in a bit, otherwise.